What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, this is episode 9 of Rusty Gears, and I've been pretty busy here. A bit of more time has gone by here on the server, and yeah, I've got to catch you guys up to what I've been doing, but um, yeah, one thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be making ourselves a flying machine. So, I've been hard at work getting that ready, and really this thing isn't that hard to make, but it takes quite a bit of charcoal. So I've pretty much been using up all my wood for the charcoal. Let's go out here. My bamboo that I planted grew in and this place is looking pretty cool, and I'm getting the dirt filled in. I added another rotor over here. I just barely had enough resin to put a rotor and an angled gear so I can hook up a quern. We're going to be going and checking on our piggies because last time I was over there, there was a whole bunch of wolves in there. Yeah, I could see some over there. So I have a feeling we got a lot of wolves to fight. But our main focus is our flying machine. So let's take... Oh, we need a bit more, need a little bit more fuel. Yeah, I've been using this brown coal because I have a lot of it, and there's a ton of it nearby me. So yeah, let's take these, what we have. I made just enough. These are almost all the way done. We're going to need those. So let's go over how to make this thing. So, they are, with this mod, I believe it's called Visecraft, something along those lines. And there is guides in the handbook and stuff. Yeah, here. And I read up a little bit on that, and so anyway, there's 3 frames, and we want the flying machine frame because obviously we're going to build a flying machine, but you can build a ground machine, which is kind of like a hovercraft thing, a sea machine, which is, as you'd expect, a machine that floats. I believe that floats. I don't think that's a submarine, but I think Apache said something about they're wanting to put in like a submarine thing. Maybe that's what that is. But anyway, or a hauler machine. So we're going to be focused on the flying machine. So the first thing we need to do is get ourselves this frame. So this is going to require these frame parts. Now this stuff is fairly easy to make. It just requires a lot of charcoal. So first, you use some firewood logs, some charcoal, and a knife. And you make up a bunch of these because this mold is actually consumed when you fire it up. So once you have these, you fill them up by putting clay, charcoal, and the mold there. And then you get a full frame mold here. And that's what I've put in the fire here. And this stuff takes a little bit to cook up. Yeah, it does take a little while. And like I said before, it requires a lot of charcoal. So the other thing we need is we need some of these. And yeah, I ended up getting obsidian because that was one of the things I needed for this. And after my little adventure with the other gears, Nathan and Hippie told me where they found their obsidian, and it's basically over here. Yeah, Nathan pretty much told me just go east and go about 2000 and 0. And that's pretty much what I did, and I found some of that. So yeah, I was also over here so I was actually looking for sulfur, but I was sort of looking for whatever I could find with the prospecting pick. And I found an area here that has higher amounts of iron. And I took a second sample, and this was ultra high. So I couldn't help myself. I had to go down there and mine, and yeah. Let me just show you guys. Because I ended up hitting two massive ore veins. And one was a rich ore vein, and the other one was a bountiful ore vein. So yeah, I got a little bit of iron. And yeah, I even left some iron in there, and I still haven't mined the rest of the iron out in this mine over here either. So yeah, we have an absolutely ridiculous amount of iron. And I'm actually going to share the wealth a little bit, because I know there's a couple of us here that don't have iron, haven't found a lot of it yet, or any of it. So I'm going to be putting together a few little gifts for some of the other gears. And it's going to include a fair amounts of iron. So yeah. Now, the logic circuit, I've already made this. Or that's not the logic circuit, that's the, hold on, we could do this. Right click. There we go. Yeah, the flying instruction circuit. So that requires 4 of these. A temporal gear, which I was lucky enough to have, that I got, that you guys seen. I got from a drifter in the cave when we were doing the translocator. And a bit of resin here. And yeah, so I've made that up. I got that already. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a flying machine frame. Now, that's going to be the basis for building our flying machine. So the next thing we need is we need these kits. So the cloth one here was a little bit tricky, because you have to use this dyed cloth. Now, the thing about the dyes is most of them require like crushed up cassiterite or certain metals, as I'll show you here. However, the blue dye is actually the only one that I can tell that doesn't require you to have that. So with the blue dye, there's several ways you can make this, but the easiest way to make this blue dye is just some water and a bit of woad. And this is cycling pretty quickly, so it's kind of hard to see, but as you can see there, 2 liters of water, 4 woad. So you can do a stack of woad and 32 liters, and you end up with 32 liters of blue dye. And then if you put 8 cloth in there, you'll get yourself some dyed blue cloth. So that's what I've done there. So let's make this kit up. We'll make the cloth one first. We're going to need all these. Cloth construction kit. So 4 of these. 4 of these. And that right there actually makes a small service kit. Now, I know that Hippie was having problems trying to repair her flying machine. So there's a few kinks in this mod that needs to be worked out. But I'm sure that it quite a bit goes into making a mod like this, so minor complaint. Alright, so there's our cloth construction kit. So now we're going to need a panel construction kit, which is pretty much the same thing, except the board's here. Panel construction kit. Now we need a metal construction kit, which is the same thing but with metal. And I have my 7 copper ingots right here. Boom. Now we have that. So now we have all these parts. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. This is going to be pretty cool. And the other thing you're going to need is you're going to need one of these machine wrenches. And this, from what I can tell, is only made from copper. And you just make this on the anvil just like you would anything else. So, the last thing before we go to put this thing together that I want to try to do, I got a very small amount of charcoal left. We could actually make... You can burn charcoal in this thing to run it, but you can actually make fuel for this thing. Hold on. Let's look at this. I believe it's pellet. Yeah, there we go. So you can make machine pellets. If you get yourself a knife and some rot and some charcoal, you can make these machine pellets. And I believe these are more efficient fuel for this thing. So we can't make very many of these, but we're going to make as much as we can. There we go. We got 16 of them. And I have a feeling I'm going to need to bring... Oops. I'm not sure if it has to be charcoal or if you can actually burn brown coal. There's a lot of experimenting I'm going to be doing with this thing. Because I don't even know how long this fuel will take us. How far that'll burn. How long that'll burn. How far we can go on it, that is. So yeah, enough blabbing. Let's go out here. Now, I suppose right here is good. So, the way we do this is we take our frame and we actually throw this thing to sort of deploy it. Oh, I think we got, yeah, you got to throw it like you would a rock, of course. So there we go. We've got our flying machine frame. So we need to use our wrench. We have these kits in our inventory, in our bag. So I believe we just shift right click on this, right? Apply missing kits, then use wrench. There we go. Okay, so we apply them by shifting right click. So we're going to apply all these. Then we pull out a wrench. We got to hold this down. Oh yeah. How cool is this thing? Yeah, I kind of wish I would have threw it actually a little bit further away from my house. But it should be fine. We got a flying machine. How awesome is this? Like, seriously. Totally awesome. So, let's go ahead and go into the handbook here. I remember before if we try to type frame. Yeah, so machines and you. So we got the controls here. So how do we open the inventory for this thing is what I'm wondering. Alright, so as far as I could tell, okay, so we can shift right click to open this menu. We could also get in like so and press R. So let's go ahead and make this movable. So let's put this is really cool. Let's put our fuel in there. So total fuel time 32 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, we're gonna want to be getting a whole bunch of rot. We're gonna be starting a new berry farm We got a whole lot of plans, but let's fire this thing up. I'm pretty excited. So we do have, I do want to put a lantern on this thing eventually. And this thing does have storage, which is pretty cool. Not much storage, but it's got storage. So this is the ignition. Okay. We're powered on. Look at this. How cool is this? This thing, like, has little bits of black smoke coming out. Okay. We're doing it. We're flying. This is cool. This is so awesome. Like, seriously. Yeah, this is really cool. How cool is this? Yeah, we're definitely going to put a lantern on our boat. Our boat. We're definitely going to put a lantern in front of this thing. But can I just, like... Oh, how cool is this? So we can land with shift. Alright, let's go back into our first person here. So we can open this up. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to need to put some more fuel in here. But how cool is this? Now, I know I'm interested in to see once we get moving, like how laggy this is going to be. Because I know that Apache, it was lagging a little bit for him. But, yeah, let's make sure we have some food. I'm basically just testing this thing out, but I'm going to actually go over here and show you guys the, yeah, I got my rope ladders. I'm going to show you guys all the iron mine. So yeah, that's going to be this way. So let's go this way. Let's fly over Nathan's base. Fly by his base. Oh yeah, how awesome is this? We're just flying. Here we are, flying over all the nonsense. Okay, our durability, energy. Okay, we looking all right. Okay, let's traverse through here if we can. Oh, Nathan's base is looking quite nice, as to be expected. Very cool. Yep. We're just gonna kind of fly over here. Yeah, and it's not the fastest, but I mean, look at how easily we're just going right over these mountains. Oh, it's so nice. It really is. Yeah, this iron mine is just about 500 blocks beyond Nathan's industrial area here. Or his, yeah, whatever you want to call it, where he's planting lots of trees and things. Alright. Off we go. Oh, I see some flags. Yeah, we're gonna be using this thing to gather all sorts of resources. Yep, there's that polar bear. I've walked by him multiple times. Oh, he's got a friend over there. Yep, I'm glad I'm up here and not down there, that's for sure. So, yep, it is taking a little bit, but you know what? This is very peaceful. I'm just floating along. Yeah, this area over here is like, I got to see the northern lights, and you know, it was cool, but it sort of spoiled it. Like, you know, I imagined the first time I would see the northern lights, I'd be, you know, trekking through the snow and on this long journey north. Um, but you know, it's pretty cool. It's very cold in this area, so yeah, this is kind of like uh, you know, Arctic North Pole type area. Um, we have lots of glacier ice. And there seems to be a whole lot of iron in this area. So yeah, we're coming up to the mine. Let's see if we can actually land this thing without a catastrophe. Alright. Let's go ahead and press shift. Start our descent.
Attention passengers, we've begun our initial descent. Please ensure all electronic devices are in the off position and your baggage is secured safely above you in the baggage area or beneath your seats. In the event of an emergency, bail out the side.
Oh, this thing has like a little landing gear too that like deploys down. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, this is awesome. Alright. Well, here we are. So let's go in here. Oh, the key. I bet this is a thing for like locking it and whatever. I see. So we can turn this thing off. We'll save our fuel. Now, the one minor complaint that I do have about this is actually dismounting it. And I do kind of wish you could just press like shift or something and pop off of this, but instead you have to press G and kind of like sit down inside of it. So hopefully they come up with like a better way to actually get out of that. But you know what? For now, it works. It's a very minor complaint. So I'm going to need to use my rope ladders. This is where all that iron was. And I didn't really come down here to get more. I'm just kind of testing out my flying machine. And really, I'm going to take this thing out on a bit of a adventure because I need to find more resin, and there's a lot of things that I need to look for. I need to start making leather, so I need to look for some limestone and all that. So we're going to be doing that. But I need to get more fuel made up for this thing. And the main thing that I need is to get a whole bunch of wood. So we're going to be stopping by the redwoods to do that. But anyway, enough blabbing. Let's go ahead and get down here. I'll show you guys. It's not too far down. And yep, there's probably going to be a few drifters down here. But I have been doing the whole rock placing because you know, I seen that Nathan was doing that, and I knew that placing these rocks, you know, I've been told before that drifters don't spawn on these rocks. However, during a temporal storm, Nathan pretty much said he confirmed that drifters would spawn on these things. But I think that the spawn cap has to be like really, really high for that to happen. Because as you can see, this is all pretty much dark. And for all this open space, there are a few blocks that aren't covered up. For all this, there's really not too many drifters down here. And I think most of these guys are just coming from the blocks that I didn't have covered up. So doing this does decrease the drift response, and I'm going to start doing this when I mine. But as you can see here, yeah, all this was iron, and there's still a whole bunch. And this is rich and bountiful, rich, bountiful. You know, I was just mining all kinds of this. And there's still more here. So I have a lot more of this to get. But, you know, since I'm so rich in this stuff, I'm going to be giving some of this away. And, yeah, I'm probably going to let Shino know that this area over here, because it's not super far from him, and he's kind of like, you know, just starting out, or he's a little bit behind all of us, so yeah, I'll probably end up letting him know that this is a good area to come to if he needs iron. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be giving quite a fair amount of this away. At least some of it. I'm going to be sharing the wealth. That's all I can say for now. But yeah, that's the iron mine. So we're going to get out of here. I need to gather some wood. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the redwoods and chop some stuff, but I need to get my chest, cuz I have been using the chest on my back again because I ended up looking in the other folder, the single player folder, and I did have an old version installed in there and the newer version installed in the multiplayer, which I don't know if that made any difference, if that was the problem. But after, you know, putting the new version in there and I see some of the other gears using it without a problem, I felt confident enough to use it again, and I haven't had a problem with it since. So yeah, there's the Northern Lights. Pretty dang cool. And yeah, if you were like on a long journey going north looking for this, and you know, you were battling the cold, and you sit down to make a fire, and all of a sudden you realize, oh, there's the Northern Lights. You know, it'd be really epic. So that's one of my main complaints about the patchy environments, because you know, it makes finding certain areas a lot less exciting. Now I do realize that like pretty much everybody's already seen this stuff and found it, and it's a very, you know, it's not a big deal, but it's just something to keep in mind. But you know, since the vanilla game doesn't have a very good way to travel, it's kind of a real pain to even find this stuff in the first place. So this thing is really cool for that reason, and this thing gives me ideas of, you know, in single player, because yeah, this actually makes areas in vanilla settings a lot more accessible. So yeah, we got some peat right here, and I don't have a shovel. Oh, I got a little bit of a shovel left. So I'm going to gather some of this up. I'm going to take off in my ship and go back home. I'll see you guys there. Alright, guys. Well, the sun's coming up, and I see my base. Yeah, this is really cool. This mod is very awesome. I'm super happy to have this thing, but I do kind of want to see if I can figure out how to maybe repair it. I want to try to use one of those repair kits. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get my chest, empty my inventory, and we're going to go take this thing on a little bit of an adventure. So let's go down here and land next to our house. Suppose we can just land right down here. Haha. So nice. It feels so good to not have to jump over hills and stuff and to have a way to travel. And you know, this, like, it's not super hard to get, but you know, I don't feel like this is really OP. Um, sure, you can fly over polar bears and things, but yeah, you know, traveling on foot kind of sucks. So I approve of my flying machine. Let's turn our flying machine off for the time being. Conserve some fuel. So I'm gonna go take care of a couple things, and I will be back. Alright, so I think I'm ready to go. We're gonna go take this thing on a bit of an adventure. So for the time being, I'm running this thing off of brown coal. I did go and chop some redwoods, uh, a little bit at least. So I'm making some more charcoal to make this stuff. But oh no, Drifter's hurting my flying machine. You knock it off, Drifter. Okay, yeah, speaking of hurting the flying machine, I was able to repair it. Let me just take care of these drifters. Or up here. Ah, the throwing the rocks is so annoying. Get out of here, you guys. Get wrecked. So yeah, as I was saying, I was able to repair this thing. And all I did was I made one of these service kits. And I just made a small one, but you can make a bigger one, which is just 4 of these. And but I'm making some more charcoal so that I have that to make this stuff, because I'm out of this stuff. But all I did was make one of those and equip it in my hotbar and shift right click, and it repaired it. So from what I've seen on the guide, if you let it drop to 0, then you have to patch it up with the wrench, which requires you to hold the wrench and shift right click, and then from what I understand, you can apply the service kits. But I was able to repair this thing for 50 durability. So yeah, there's that. Now, I'm not going to be able to go super far because that thing's not at 100%. And yeah, because I got to wait for this to finish, and then I'd have to put that on the fire. And that's going to take a while, and I'm kind of impatient right now, and I want to actually go uncover like what's up here. Because I need to find myself, you know, my own little like industrial area. And if you don't know what I mean by industrial area, it's kind of like an area that I can go and just chop everything down. And if I need to start any like massive farms or any kind of ugly type of, you know, farms or anything, I'll have a place to do it. So yeah, let's get in here. Let's fire this thing up. Yeah, this is going to go for 48 minutes on 37 brown coal, so that's not too bad. And I'm going to be picking some more of that up on the way back from here, because there's a lot of it here, like a whole bunch of it. So we're going to kind of go off in this direction and see what we can see. Right. So this thing has the energy, and what this is it allows you to actually use a turbo. So I can hit control and actually speed up. This is going to take more fuel and durability, I believe. Yeah, I can hold control and it does speed up a little bit. But I really don't want to consume the durability any faster. So yeah, we need to go this way. So I'm going to fly a little bit in this direction. And I'll be back. Alright, so we're coming up to that spot where all the brown coal is. And yeah, when you do the little turbo boost thing, it does seem like you maintain that momentum for a little while. So you can kind of like feather it. And go a lot faster overall. So yeah, this is, I'm getting around pretty nicely with this. Oh, I see woad. I actually need woad because I want to make myself some more blue dye. So let's just land here and see what we got going. Oh, and yeah, one thing I noticed, like every time this consumes another piece of fuel, it like sputters a little bit. But I think that's just because like there's a split second, you know, with the engine is like consuming another piece. So yeah, I really like this mod. This is really cool. Very cool. I'm having a lot of fun with this. So let's turn this thing off. We'll get out of here. Let's pick up this woad. I do eventually want to be getting like green dye because green is pretty much my favorite color. But blue dye is pretty easy to make, so when I see woad from now on, I'm going to be taking it because I do kind of want to make myself some like tailored armor. Some of the blue stuff like Hippie has. But I'm probably going to get myself a pulverizer very soon. And I'll be able to pulverize the cassiterite and use some grass and just make some green dye, because that's what I prefer. So let's not wander too far away from our ship. Oh, this is borax. Yes, I really need this. I know there's some of this like kind of by spawn, but I wasn't wanting to mess with that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to mine this up. I did bring another pick. I was actually prepared for once, except for the fact that I'm not, because I don't... Forgot a shovel. It's alright. I would gladly dig to this by hand to get to this. So yeah, I'm going to mine some of this up for sure. Now we can finally get ourselves some leather. And yeah, I've been thinking about making myself a shop. And I think it's going to be sort of like a blacksmith type of shop. where I sell like iron tools and things like that, potentially. But I'm still not 100% sure. But I am going to be involving myself in the economy here on the server pretty soon. And, you know, at the very least, I want to get myself, like, a bit of a trading station set up. So I'm either going to do that or I'm going to build myself, like, maybe a blacksmith type shop. Yeah, I'm going to mine the rest of this and I'll be back. Alright, so I got all that. I'll just be trying to have a look occasionally for resin. I do need resin. I don't want to lose my ship, though. Let's go ahead and mark our ship. I always forget to bring a bed, but we can go ahead and make one. But I'm going to mark my vessel. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run around this area and gather some of this stuff. Whoa. Look at this. It's like a massive crevice filled with water. Whoa. This is very deep. What is this? Oh, this is halite. So there's salt down here. Okay, well, I'm gonna get that. It's brown coal. Yeah, as far as I know, you can't drown. And this is really scary, actually. Like, oh, lead. I'm gonna try to get that too, I guess. But yeah, one of my things is like deep water where you don't know what's in it, and if I knew that this game had like sharks and evil fish, I'd be terrified right now. Oh no. I'm getting up out of here. This place is scary. This is really freaky. It's just a massive hole. So it's like a cave generated and then, yeah, full of water. It's very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's pretty cool. Drifter, can you get out of here so I can eat some food in peace? Alright. I mean, what else is down here? Yeah, this place is scary. But my curiosity is getting the best of me. Yeah, the rate that at which I'm sinking is bountiful iron. Yeah, I've found that type before. In one of my single players. Okay, well, this area is pretty rich with stuff, isn't it? I mean, there's easier ways for me to get the brown coal, and same with the iron. I'm gonna mark this. I wouldn't mind having. Am I gonna drown? I don't think I'm gonna drown. Oh, more of this. I do have quite a bit of this already, but wouldn't mind having some of that lead. Where was that lead at? There is iron. down here. And salt. So I do want some of that salt for sure. Oh. I seem to have made myself a bit of an air bubble. Okay. That's fine. That makes it easier to mine this stuff up. Oh, there's a lot of this. Wow, this has been pretty profitable already. Look at that. Tons of salt. Now we can start pickling veggies. We need to get our sheep. Yeah, I forgot to mention before, I'm sure you guys noticed that I do have sheep, but I'm not really taking care of them right now, so I need to do that so that they actually start multiplying. Because, yeah, we could totally get cheese. And, yeah, I forgot to show you guys my trench. Our trench is actually filled up with piggies that have been stuck in there and have multiplied. So we're going to have lots of hides and meat and a fair amount of fat from that. We're going to use this borax we got to get a whole bunch of leather started. And we'll be able to... Yeah, I'm going to be making a ton of barrels because we're going to be needing that for a lot of stuff. We're going to be able to cure meat now. And, you know, I actually have tons of soy. So I'm really not needing meat at the moment. Alright, so I got all the salt that I can carry for now. So let's go back up. Let's get back out of here. We got drifters. Yeah, let's grab this. We'll set this down. Let's take care of these guys. Alright, now, let's take the chest off of our back. Let's load this up. Okay. Yep, this seems to be working fine now. Haven't been disconnected yet, knock on wood. So, let's actually fill our bowl. Drifter. Alright, now I do want some of this lead because I'm going to want to make leaded pins, and I do have a little bit of lead, but I don't think I have enough, so... And it is very foggy. Yeah, this is a very interesting place. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So yeah, I'm a little bit a ways from my ship. My flying vessel is over here, which I got marked and pinned. So, this it looks like there's gonna be hold on a second. There's the rich lead. I knew there was some rich lead around here somewhere. Yeah, I want to grab this. And our chest is pretty much full, and our inventory is getting pretty full. We've got a few slots in our ship. I'm going to grab this stuff up since it's rich. so that we have plenty of this to make as many leaded panes as we want. Because leaded panes are awesome. Alright, so I got 56 rich chunks of lead. I got one of these. And a few stacks of brown coal. That's enough for us to fly around for hours on that. So, not too bad. So let's go over here because... Oh, there's more of this. I can't help it now. I need to keep going. Okay, there's just a little bit more of the same. Alright. Stop getting distracted with this stuff. Try not to fall into a massive hole. Blueberries. I'm going to pick these up since I already have one. So yeah, I got quite a bit of stuff from that. Not too bad. But I'm going to jump in here and head home. Let's fire this thing up. We can top this off. An hour and 22 minutes. Should be plenty of time to get home. Will not take me that long. Sputtering. Alright. We have liftoff. Okay, off we go. Oh, lag spikes. Alright guys, so it's getting dark, but yeah, I wanna give out my first little care package here. Now, as far as I know, the last time that I talked to Ash when we were doing our translocator thing, she said she hadn't found iron yet, and so I'm pretty sure she doesn't have iron. So I want to give her some of this iron that I found, since I found so much of it. And yeah, since she's right over here, I'm gonna give her some fire clay too, just in case she needs some of that, in order to make some bloomeries. And there's wolves. I don't want to bring her a wolf as a present. That's not a very nice gift. So I don't want to bring any of those with me. Okay. Now, I haven't actually been over to her base. I've seen it a little bit, but... let's just go leave her this. Oops. Okay, let's go around. Oh. Yep. It's a dreadful night. We're creeping around over here to Ash's base. So, where's her... where's her, like, entrance? Well, I suppose I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this for her. Right here. So, I'm gonna put this chest down. Just gonna go ahead and put it right here by her path. Let's give her this. Give her that. And one of those for good measure. We'll take this. Hopefully that gives her a little bit of a boost. Alright, guys. So, I've got a pretty hefty care package here put together for Shi No because, yeah, he's quite a bit further behind than most of us. So I want to help accelerate his whole, process a little bit and give him a nice warm welcome. And so we are going to give him all of this stuff. We're giving him some salt, bit of borax, because I just found some of this stuff. So yeah, I discovered a lot of this stuff pretty much like today. And yeah, I want to share the wealth a little bit because yeah, I got pretty rich pretty quick for in some of those things. So yeah, let's hop in our flying machine. We've got plenty of fuel. We're gonna fly over to Shi No's place. Let's fire this thing up. Yep, looks like I got everything. Let's go ahead and head over there. Alright, so here we are. This is Shi No's place. So I'm gonna land my I'm gonna land my rig over here. And we're gonna leave him a little gift. Oh, there's saplings. Okay. Let's land. Up, down we go. Let's turn this guy off. Out we go. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave it right here, I suppose. It doesn't seem like he's built himself like a house or anything yet. He's just got himself a perimeter here, I think. So, alright. Let's place this. So we're gonna give him one of these, one of those. Give him all this stuff. Let's take this. Oh, that over there might actually be where he's like staying. Yeah, I think that's his little like structure that he built for himself. Ooh, spinning around. But I'm sure he will see that where it is there. Alright. Home sweet home once again. So yeah, that was a pretty fun adventure with our flying machine. And yeah, I will link that mod in the description. Where'd I park it? Yeah, I parked it over here. So yeah, I'll link this mod in the description in case any of you guys are interested in checking this mod out, because I've had a lot of fun with this mod already. Pretty much just been flying around, having a good old time. So we found a lot of useful things. And yeah, it was very productive. We left a few gifts. But I'm definitely out of time for this one, guys. So I'm going to call this one here. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.